Hi guys, I'm Samuel Moser, and I make cartoon music videos under the title Moser Meadows Records. Okay, so today I'll be talking about my song The River Sweet, to help you understand it a little bit better. I first wrote this song when I was 18, soon after moving into a new house. I was inspired by the house, and especially the swimming pool it came with, the very first pool we ever had. Because of this, I wanted the song to have a sleepy, dreamy, oceanic, fishy sound to it. So I chose some instruments that sounded to me like waves and whales bopping up and down singing. I have a younger sister who really likes lighthouses in the ocean. Her birthday was actually the week I released the song, so she's the reason I released it when I did. The main theme of this song is sleep and dreams, both those involuntary dreams we get when we're asleep and daydreams that we think of on our own. The river represents the sweetness of sleep. It is said that we typically dream at least 4 times a night, so this song has 4 main parts to it, each representing a different dream. Let's call them the daydream, the depressing dream, the FOMO dream, and the fish dream. Let's start with the daydream. I once saw my life for all it could be. I would make it great. I would have riches and parties and friends, but my story is different. It starts when yours ends. Alright, so I started really digging into song ideas as we were moving out of our farm, Moser Meadows, and searching for a nice house to buy. For a while we rented a little house in Tulsa, but that was not enough for all our outdoor energy we grew up with for 14 years. I at least hoped for a decent backyard and a place where our Great Pyrenees Rambo could stay. Well, one of the houses we looked at was very big and roomy and beautiful, and it also had a swimming pool. I was glad this is the one Mom and Dad decided to buy. I could imagine decorating the house for Christmas and throwing lots of parties there. And actually we did throw a whole lot of parties. We called them pool parties. I planned at that time, like most people do, to be able to throw my own parties by the time I was 22. Of course, I also hoped to have a bigger house than my parents by the time I was 23, but I'm still not rich. That's okay. My parents still have the pool, and I can always throw parties anyway. Though this is the first dream in the song, I actually added this verse a lot later, just like 2 weeks ago. Just to show we don't always get exactly what we think we're gonna get when we think we're gonna get it, and that's okay. I fell asleep when 18 years old. Then I awoke 22, so I'm told. Nobody even said goodbye to me. Then I was gone up the bubblegum tree. So I first wrote the poem 3 months after my 18th birthday, the biggest party I'd ever thrown. I felt very content after the party, and I was happy so many people came to celebrate my new adulthood. Now, I'll be honest, I was in an awkward place where I didn't know who was or wasn't actually my friends. Sometimes that's just the way high school is. Though I felt good about my life then, out of nowhere I had a dream that I would wake up 4 years later wondering where the time and those friends went. I got the idea for the bubblegum tree from the trees in the front yard of our new house. They're called gum trees, but the spiky balls they drop are very sharp and clog up the lawnmower, and I'm sure they wouldn't be fun to chew. We eventually had both trees removed, but in my imaginary world, I thought trees like that, with real gum balls instead of spiky balls, would be way more fun. Even though I was 18 when I wrote the line about falling asleep for 4 years, I didn't even touch the poem or edit it at all until a couple weeks ago, when I decided to add more verses. So you could say in a way that the song itself fell asleep for 4 years. 5 years. I turned a new leaf to start a new life. I opened up to page 1. Thought I'd try growing along with others. I start, and then they are done. So in general, I tend to choose a different path from what the majority of people take, but at different significant seasons of my life, such as high school and the years most people go to college, I'd sometimes feel like I was missing out on something significant. Because of this, I'd sometimes just like to see what normal people do, and for a little bit, find out for myself what it's like to be one of them. The trick about this I wish I knew a long time ago. There are no normal people. I think the passage of time has always been the thing that makes me feel loneliest. It can be crazy seeing just how quickly seasons change and people grow. Sometimes it's like I'm going at a normal speed while the world around me is in fast forward. But I know it feels this way for many of us. One thing that helped me was thinking of myself as a train and realizing I'm not actually out of steam, I'm just on a different track than the others. If you imagine a train on a track going in a straight line, and another train on a track that's windy, the train on the windy track could be going as fast or even faster than the one on the straight track, but still not keeping up. If you feel this way, just remember, if you're on a different path, it will look different than everybody else, and that's okay. We require different steps, and the life we choose will reward us for sticking with it. The fish dream goes like this. Once in the valleys was Nightmare Fish, slithering by the omelet dish. I bravely ran to my happy retreat and began a new life in the river sweet. This last dream was intended to be the most obscure. You can come up with your own meaning for it if you like, but if it helps, I'll present one possible translation for it. You may have noticed that there's a running theme of fish in this song. You especially hear about them in the chorus. Fish swim about my eyes and ears. The fish and the water do partly refer to a calm, quiet state of mind. However, as the water represents sleep, the fish are the messengers that carry each of the 4 dreams to me. In many of my poems, I refer to bad thoughts as nightmares. Given the stress that incited the unhappy ideas of the first 3 dreams, the last dream would seem naturally to be about something unpleasant. So the fish comes onto the scene with a nightmare to present, and he just starts to invade one of the happiest thoughts possible, that of food. But this time, I stand up to the dream before it can happen, and I turn to dreamless sleep. The chorus comes on again, and we hear that fish swim about my eyes and ears again, but before any more dreams come, I wake up, safe and sound, in the swimming pool. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it helped you understand my song better. If there is something you'd like to see more of in my videos, or if you have any questions about this one, go ahead and feel free to leave a comment below. 2 weeks from now, I will be releasing another cartoon music video, this time dedicated to my little brother who has a birthday next month. Take good care of yourselves, and I will see you next time.